After Australia and England, today it was South Africa who announced their T20 World Cup squad. This is a very important move, folks. Why? Because South Africa are one of the dark horses to win the 2022 World Cup. In all aspects, be it fielding, batting, bowling, they're all clicking. And in the recent series against England, all facets clicked for them. Remember, South Africa have got an impeccable record in 2022, having not lost a single series. So they head into this into the T20 World Cup in Australia very, very high on confidence. So, have there been too many changes? Actually, no. The core has remained the same, but there is one major change from the 2021 World Cup squad to the 2022 World Cup squad. So straight off, this is South Africa's 2022 World T20 squad, folks. Temba Bavuma, remember, he is not there in the England series. He had to miss the entire tour because of an elbow injury that he sustained. He's back to lead the team. There is Quinton de Kock, Reza Hendricks, Heinrich Klaassen, Keshav Maharaj, Aiden Markram, Lungi Ngidi, David Miller, Andrich Nortje, Wayne Parnell, Dwayne Pretorius, Kagiso Rabada, Riley Russo, Tabraiz Shamsi and Tristan Stubbs. There are also three reserves. There is Bjorn Fortune, there is Marco Jansen and there is Andile Feklugueo. So a cursory glance at the 2022 World Cup squad for South Africa means that there are not many changes. The bowling attack is potent for Australia. There is Kagiso Rabada, Dwayne Pretorius, Andrich Nortje, Wayne Parnell / Marco Jansen for that left-armer squad. And if you have to look at any of the spinners, there is Tabraiz Shamsi, who has been simply sensational in T20 cricket in 2022. But I had said that there is one major name missing in this. Compare with the 2021 World T20 squad. The final name, Rassie van der Dussen, average of 69 in ODIs and 36 in T20Is. Rassie van der Dussen is missing from the T20 World Cup squad. Why? He sustained a left index finger injury during the second test against England, and that has ruled him out for the entire T20 World Cup. This is a big miss, folks, because Rassie van der Dussen could actually give you stability in that middle order. Who comes in place? Riley Russo. Remember, Riley Russo had gone to play the county circuit under the Kolpak system. Now with Kolpak expired, he's come back into the South African setup. And so the core of the 2021 squad remains the same. South Africa have some positives and some negatives heading into the 2022 T20 World Cup. So what are the changes? As I had mentioned, changes from 2021 and 2022. Van der Dussen has been ruled out because of that left index finger injury. Parnell and Russo are in. Tristan Stubbs, one of the most exciting T20 players who did play for the Mumbai Indians, is in the side. And Marco Jansen, very surprisingly, is in the reserves. I probably thought he could have made it into the main squad of 15, but he's in the reserves. Only if a player is injured and ruled out of the tournament, then the ICC technical committee will then have to step in and approve of the replacement. So that is the way the system works. Now, what are the positives in this South Africa lineup? We know that David Miller is one of the most deadliest T20I players for South Africa. And there is also Reza Hendricks. He scored 4 consecutive T20Is and has been in prime form at the top of the order. And he was one of the prime reasons why England suffered that 1-2 series loss against South Africa. Miller Markram, as I said, the strike rate is in the high 150s, which is simply marvelous. Tristan Stubbs, and the main reason why Wayne Parnell has been included, he took a 5-wicket haul in the T20Is against Ireland, but his economy rate of 7.65, very, very surprisingly, is one of the best in that South African bowling lineup. And Ngidi and Shamsi, they have the most wickets. Lungi Ngidi has taken 13 wickets, Tabraiz Shamsi has taken 12 wickets. So that is why these are the positives. There is depth in the batting, depth in the bowling, but there are also some worrying signs. Before I come to the worrying signs for South Africa, I'll just look at the big rise of Tristan Stubbs. played for Mumbai Indians in IPL 2022, played only 2 games, just scored a couple of runs. But in T20s, his strike rate is 157. And he gave that exhibition during the matches against England. 6 T20Is, average of 39 with a staggering strike rate of 216. In the T20I against Bristol, when he hit 72, it included 8 sixes and his strike rate was very close to 200. That shows that Tristan Stubbs could be South Africa's game changer in the World Cup in Australia. Because remember, Stubbs has got power. He can also play the 360 game just like AB de Villiers. And one hopes that if he clicks, South Africa's batting takes on a different edge altogether. They may want someone like Tristan Stubbs in that middle order because there are some problem areas in the top order for South Africa. And it all starts from Quinton de Kock, the left-hander who's been in tremendous form in the past in white ball cricket. In T20I in 2022, his average is just 9. Yes, folks, it's not a typo. His average is just 9 in T20Is in 2022. Rabada, Nortje and Pretorius, they may be a potent bowling lineup, but their economy rate is more than 8.5. Now on those pitches in Australia, they could go for runs, but Rabada, Nortje, Pretorius have that X factor in pace, with Pretorius in particular nailing the Yorkers at will in the death overs along with Rabada. Nortje's pure pace might trouble a lot of opponents, and that is why with the experience of Wayne Parnell, South Africa's bowling could hold a potent edge, but the high economy rates could be a cause of concern for us because yet again South Africa in the T20 World Cup have been very, very unlucky. In 2021, that one loss that they had against Australia was enough for them to be knocked out. They won the remaining games in that group of death. They defeated England, they defeated the West Indies, they defeated Sri Lanka, they defeated Bangladesh, but that one loss to Australia really dented their chances. Now, why are South Africa the dark horses heading into the 2022 T20 World Cup? They have not yet lost a single T20I series in 2022. Remember, they won against Sri Lanka at the start of the year. They have beaten Bangladesh. They drew 2-2 against India. They have also beaten England. So, it is a very potent South African side who can play in all conditions. What will their series be after England? They will play 3 T20Is and 3 ODIs against India. Most of the T20I regulars will leave the ODI side and head to Australia for a couple of warm-up games. Now, what are South Africa's fixtures in the T20 World Cup? Remember, Group A consists of Sri Lanka, and they could very well be one of the sides heading into that main draw that happens from October 22nd onwards. So, Sri Lanka are in Group A, West Indies and Zimbabwe are in Group B. So, whoever are West Indies or Zimbabwe finish on top of Group B, they'll play them at Hobart on October 24th. They will play Bangladesh at the Sydney Cricket Ground on October 27th. This is the main match in that group for them, folks. Versus India for the 9th time in 2022. They will play a T20I. This time it will be in Perth on October 30th at the new Burswood Stadium. Then they will take on Pakistan at the Sydney Cricket Ground on November 3rd. So they will be in Hobart, Sydney, Perth and once again at the Sydney Cricket Ground on November 3. They will end their group fixtures potentially either against the Netherlands or the UAE or any of those teams in Group A. They will take them on at the Adelaide Oval on November 6th. So that is South Africa's fixtures. Remember, South Africa, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh make up a pretty tough group along with the qualifiers who will come from B1 and A2. So South Africa will be hoping that they do not slip up. Remember, ICC events, South Africa choke, South Africa unlucky. It happens way too often. And one hopes that with this side that they have, not much changes in that 2022 side. One hopes that they can finally end their ICC jinx and win for the first time ever since 1998. They are one of my dark horses to win the T20 World Cup, folks. Thank you so much, folks, for listening to this live. We'll be back with more updates from Sports Today. Press the like, comment and share button. We are also there on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget to check out the SportsTak English website and also download the SportsTak app. Thank you.